Portugal versus Nigeria Super Eagles. Where will the battle be won? Cristiano Ronaldo, Ororo versus Super Eagles. Do you think Nigeria Super Eagles has what it takes to beat Portugal in Lisbon? Or do you think Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes will destroy the Super Eagles? Only time will tell. Portugal are using this match as a preparation towards their opening match against DR Congo at the FIFA World Cup. Nigeria also are using this match to prepare themselves for the AFCON 2027 preparation. What do you think you expect for this match? Do you think Nigeria has what it takes to destroy Portugal? Or do you think Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes will whitewash the Super Eagles? Let me hear your opinion in the comment section. As for Eric Chell, this will be Eric Chell's biggest match in his managerial history. This will be Eric Chell's biggest test so far. Do you think Eric Chell has what it takes to defeat Portugal? Or do you think Ronaldo, Bruno, Vitinha will be big enough to destroy the Super Eagles? Now let me tell you, for the formation, Eric Chell will likely going to line up a 4-3-3 formation against Portugal in Lisbon. I'm going to tell you the formation. Make sure you like, subscribe as we go towards the formation. The Eagles will be playing 4-3-3 formation like I told you earlier. Nigeria, if I'm going to be Eric Chell, I'm going to stick with Maduka Okoye in goal. I don't care about the criticism against him in the last match against Poland. I want Maduka Okoye to be in goal. And as for the defense, I'm playing a 4-3-3 formation. Defense for the right back, I'm using Bright Osayi as my right back. If I were to be Eric Chell, I'm playing Bright Osayi as a right back. Then for the left back, I'll be using what Zaidu Sanusi. I'll be using Zaidu for the left back. And as for the centre back pairing, I'll be using Kevin Bassey and Sami Ajayi. These are my defenders if I were to be Eric Chell. Now for the midfield is where every work have to be what? To be put in force, where every activity, because you are playing against a superior Portuguese midfield. Now for the midfielder, I'm going to use the Wilfred Ndidi as my pivoter, and also the tank Frank Oyeka as my defensive cover. And for the attacking midfielder, I'm going to use Alex Iwobi as my creator, the new Xabi Hernandez in Nigerian football. Alex Iwobi, don't forget, will make his 100 cap appearance for the Super Eagles against Portugal. And for the attackers, I'm going to use Terry Murphy, Terry Murphy has done well in the Unity Cup that I watched, that we all saw. Terry Murphy, then I'll put Akko Adams, and also use maybe Moses Simon to play. I'm going to bench Paul Nacho, because Paul Nacho for the Super Eagles have not really lifted up our fear so far. He has not really done well with Super Eagles, if you ask me. So he's going to be on the bench. So this is my formation for the Super Eagles. Like I said earlier, Eric Chell, you have to be watchful, you have to be mindful. Don't allow your team to lose focus. The Super Eagles actually lost focus against Poland. The match against Poland considered a 95th minute goal from outside the 18, a 40-yard shot from the Polish defender. I don't think that should play again. I don't think that should repeat itself again. You could remember that Nigeria considered a late minute goal against Zimbabwe at the FIFA World Cup qualifier. That is one of the reasons we didn't go to the World Cup. So Nigeria always lose focus. Eric Chell, speak to your boys. This is an entirely world-class team you are playing against. Portugal will want to stress you throughout the 90 minutes because they have good creative midfielders like Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, and the rest. These guys will stress our defense. They're going to take over the midfield. I won't be surprised if they seize the midfield against Nigeria, because there's no how Wilfred Ndidi and Frank Oyeka will able to seize the midfield of Portuguese. It's not possible, because this Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno, they will take over the midfield. And guess what? Once they seize Nigeria's midfield, the next thing is to start supplying to Ronaldo or João Felix. So we have to be play a compacted football. Make sure the forward tend towards help the defense and the midfield also, so that Portugal will not ride us in the midfield. So that is my advice to you, Eric Chell. And as for Portugal, they are also likely to use the 4-3-3 formation. They are likely to use the goalkeeper Diogo in goal. Then Maxwell at the right back. Then for the left back, they use Nuno Mendes as the left back. Then their two centre back, they will use Ruben Diaz and maybe Inacio from Sporting Lisbon. This is their 4 defenders they are going to likely use against the Super Eagles. Then for their midfield, you need no mention. Their midfields are always combat. They're going to use João Neves, Vitinha, and Bruno Fernandes. This is their key midfielders, and these guys are creative. They are one of the creative midfielders in world football currently. Then for the attackers, guess what? Ronaldo will play against Nigeria. Ronaldo is going to be their main goal target. Then João Felix. Then also maybe Neto will play. This is their formation, 4-3-3 formation. So guess what? Portugal will get the largest ball possession on that day. They will definitely possess the ball. They will keep giving great chances. But Super Eagles, for us to catch Portugal, we have to play compact football. Don't give them space. Don't give Bruno Fernandes space, and don't give Vitinha space. If you give these guys space, they will exploit the space and tend to start creating chances for Ronaldo and João Felix, and that will be dangerous, because if you have Ronaldo and João Felix, you know what is at stake. And for the Super Eagles goalkeeper, please make sure you stay at alert. This is my advice for the Super Eagles. So for my prediction for tomorrow's match, without missing word, I'm giving the match to Portugal 2-1 in favor of Portugal for tomorrow's match. But if the Super Eagles get a draw, that would be perfect, a good and a perfect result for Super Eagles. So Portugal to win 2-1 or it end 1-1. So guys, let me hear your own prediction about the match against Portugal, Super Eagles Portugal. Write in the comment section, like, share, make sure you subscribe. See you guys in Lisbon.